Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones setup for today. So pretty much ranging still. I know we had a bit of a big move yesterday to the downside, but for all intents and purposes, we're bottom of range again. So the top of the range is not that well defined, but you can draw a line along the top and you'll pick up something. There is a magnet to the downside though, and that's this gap. And if you look left, it does line up with some weekly support as well. So we'll get to those levels now. I'm just a bit skeptical about trying to jump in on any direction on this at the moment. You can see how the buyers are trying to scale in here. We do have a crossover the moving averages, but we're still in between all the moving averages. So we are ranging. There's no two ways about that. We did break up going at the close on Friday, but now we're all the way back at the bottom again. So don't really trust it. We've got this magnet which is around 41,645. So I suspect that's probably what we're looking for, and it wouldn't surprise me if we start flipping this thing into a channel. So yeah, just keep coming down lower, keep creating lower lows and lower highs until we close the structure. Now the important thing is that just below it is another level, but there's also a gap there, and look, there's a gap below that as well. So there are quite a few magnets to the downside. But what's worrying me is this barbed wire, and that is all these tails, which is indicating buyers coming in last week. Now somebody's scaling in up there, so there must be a reason for it. So I will take a short with a very big dose of salt. For me, the other thing that is really standing out is Friday, big up, big down, big up, and then yesterday, big down. And I mean, this big down was a good 1% shift in the market. Moving average crossed over, so it does look like short is the way to go. But darn it, I don't want to be short where price is at the moment. I'd rather be looking for structure higher up, and I don't see much structure higher up. All I see is buyers to the left here. So this to me is a range. In other words, if it's a range, I stay away from it. It's not really worth trying to trade it. If you look at this on the 15 minutes, you could argue that it is a downward trend right now, granted, but there's just too much support to the left. And even if you come to the daily and you look, you'll see a lot of structure here at 41,900. So I'd be very reluctant to try and second guess this. If you look at daily as well, it's been down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So it wouldn't surprise me to see an up. We're going to have to break through the structure. But even if we break through that structure, I still am not bearish. I'm just looking for the opportunity to buy. And the opportunity may be at 41,645 or maybe at 41,400. There's lots of structure here. If you come across to the weekly, you'll see we are slightly parabolic, so you would expect some kind of a pullback. And look, these two levels are weekly levels as well. 41,645, 41,423. So my bias is to wait to see what price does in this zone. If we start buying, I'd be looking at buying there. We'd have to get through that and reject it before I start getting too bearish. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of me that I'm sitting on the sides of this one. I think there's better short-term opportunities on the DAX and the S&P. In actual fact, the S&P is probably the better one. But this to me is just complete confusion. Nobody really knows what's going on. It wouldn't surprise me to see us range for the rest of the month, to be honest. Anyway, that's kind of me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.